Arsenal to Liverpool to I don't know, man. I'm just a bit speechless at the moment. Frustrated, disappointed, relieved. Just so much mixed emotions. Let's just get into it. That's right, guys. Arsenal have just drawn to Liverpool at Anfield 2-2, and now I would say, and I think a lot of fans would say, is a major blow. For me personally, I don't know if a lot of fans will agree, but for me personally, I think it's a very disappointing result, especially when you consider we were 2-0 up, cruising in the first half. Liverpool didn't even look like they were going to get back in the game. And I think that second goal especially killed all the momentum. And the way we conceded that first goal was just so dumb. Getting the fans riled up. Granit Xhaka just doing something so dumb. Really just getting on transfer. I don't know why he would do that. Almost even risked himself getting sent off, because if VAR looked onto that and they saw, Granit Xhaka, there's always a chance when you put your head on another player, there's always a chance it could be sent off. So that happened. We ended the half 2-1, 2-1 up, and I think that was the worst thing, because it just gave Liverpool all the momentum in the second half, and I think you saw that in the second half. Liverpool just completely dominated. But we had a few chances, and I still believe that we could have scored. I think there was, like, from the top of my head, obviously we had the Gabriel corner. There was another cutback from Saka, but look, they ended up getting back in the game, and it was just so disappointing. And look, I think Mikel Arteta, he takes a lot of praise. Okay, this season he takes a lot of praise, the position we find ourselves in. But today he has to take some criticism today. I don't know what was going in his head to take off Odegaard, bring on Kivio, and take off Jesus. I mean, that was probably the most dumbest decision he made, because when he took off Martin Odegaard, that just meant that we lost almost like one of our good players on the ball, because when Martin Odegaard came off, there was no one that could hold the ball, there was no one that could dictate the game. And what was important was that we actually had a grip in the game just before Martin Odegaard came off, and just taking Odegaard off, I think, just invites so much pressure on Arsenal. I think the best form of defense is to attack, and I think that we were still in the game, but taking off Odegaard would just ruin the game. And I think taking off Jesus, another decision, cost us so much today, because every time Jesus had the ball, you could tell or sense that something was going to happen. He was so good at holding up the ball. And I think when Jesus came off, you could see that we had no one that could hold on the ball like Jesus did. And I think, personally, for me, I think I would have taken off Saka. I think Saka, at the front three, probably didn't have the best of games today. So I would have taken off Saka. But I mean, it was just two important decisions that really cost us. I think it just shows us the the margins of the Premier League. I mean, when we're talking about, look, they got the second goal. And I think another thing, Zinchenko is a really good player on the ball, but defensively, there are some weaknesses. And I think today, Gabriel had to play out of his skin today. I mean, we have to talk about Gabriel, Ramsey, brilliant performances, Thomas Partey, but today some of our players just didn't turn up enough. I feel like Ben White didn't have a good game, Granit Xhaka didn't have a good game, Rob Holding very shaky, gave away the penalty. We got very fortunate that we went it wasn't 2-2 earlier, because I believe if it was 2-2 earlier, I really believe Liverpool could have won the game. And it's so frustrating to see that we were 2-0 up, almost cruising. I really believed that I think we would have won the Premier League. That was going through my head. And then calm at the end of the game, we're 2-2. And it's just so disappointing. Look, if it was at the start of the game, you offered me 2-2, I would have taken, I probably would have taken it. But in this current circumstances, when you look at the context, 2-2 is so disappointing. I just feel let down, man. I just feel let down. Now I'm just thinking about the rest of the games that are left in the Premier League. We got Man City, we got Newcastle, we still got Chelsea left to play. So many tough games, and I feel that really, if we did win this game, I think it would have sent a big message to the rest of the Premier League, like that Arsenal are really about it, because for so many years, Anfield have always been our bogey ground, and even today, and he just proved that no matter how good we play, we just can't seem to get the job done. Look, we have to give praise to a few players. I think Ramsey, brilliant performance by Ramsey today. So many saves today, kept us in the game, honestly, especially near the last few minutes. That brilliant save against the header by Konate. But man, I'm just dejected. I can't even pronounce the word. Just disappointed, man. Just disappointed and sad, because I just mentioned that this now puts the title in Man City's hand, and I feel we just added so much pressure. And I think you could see Zinchenko when he was on that bench, you could see him covering his face, because he felt that now the title really is in Man City's hand. But the game wasn't even over, because at the end of the half, the second half. You know, brilliant counter by Arsenal. Martinelli had the chance to put Saka through, didn't put, I think the pass was he put too much weight onto it. Now Alisson got to it. I'm not gonna slow Martinelli for that. I think Martinelli played good today, you know, goal and an assist, so I can't really blame him for that. I think it's unfair. But man, it's just so disappointing. It's just that fact that we played so well. We were 2-0 up, we were cruising, and to come out of the game 2-2, honestly, dropping points. Yes, I understand it's Anfield, but when you look at that situation, man, we really should have beaten this Liverpool team. We really should have beaten this Liverpool team. I don't know what to say, man, honestly. Just don't know what to say. Maybe some of you guys might feel different, that you guys are probably seeing the positives. But for me, man, just a bit sad, man, honestly, that the fact that we were 2-0 up and we just couldn't get the job done. It's going to be interesting to see what we do next. Hopefully the team aren't that disappointed. But for me as a fan, I am a bit down. But yeah, on we go. I think our next game is West Ham, and it's just important that we don't drop any points now. But yeah, guys, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time.